Hello everyone and welcome back to Niche, the genetic survival game. And just really quickly, it is niche in my country. I know it's pronounced niche in other countries, but it's pronounced niche in my country, so that's why I pronounce it that way. But yeah, getting that out of the way because there have been riots in the comments section again, let's move on and see what's going on with our packs today. So we're slowly but surely starting to separate the two groups into two different packs. I like to call them tribes a little bit too, but it would be very interesting to see if as the game progresses, perhaps they would eventually add things in like the ability to step up to another level of civilization. I could see that being a future download content item, but of course we're still here in early access version 0.0.7 and having a fantastic time. So there's lots and lots and lots of rustling things all around us right now, and we are currently working on the path of trying to make some hunting paths through our island. We've learned we don't want to get rid of all of the grass because that actually removes the ability for new animals, such as important genetic additions that we need. We almost ran out until that little old man showed up last time. Almost ran out of genetic diversity there. But you want to leave some of the grass alone so that you have constant spawning, and you also want to have paths made so that your creatures who can move very far very quickly, like Seri here, who I wish I knew why. I think she got very sick because she has poor genetics. She may not be one that we want to breed, so we'll remember that. Or Dukta here, who I think had to move when he had a hunger, when we were out of food, so he was very hungry, so that's why he took some damage. They can move very, very far very quickly, so we're trying to breed up creatures that can move very fast. We actually learned last time that we can take our quick movers and we can almost outrace bunnies at times. If you know where they're going and they can move really, really fast. Zeriko, no! You're almost so old you won't be able to have any more babies. I kind of want to move Zeriko over to have one last baby, but she wouldn't make it back in time. Oh, goodbye, Zeriko. Komi is a pretty good mover, so we might have this one be an adventurer too. I can't believe we're already getting to the point where I'm going to have to start picking some new females and some new males to lead the generation on. So that happened so quickly. I think we'll have our good fighters. We'll make our little branch of good fighters over here and our quick movers over here, and we'll hopefully be able to get enough berry pickers between the two that everything will work out okay. All right, so Kutukdak here, I think we'll breed him with the females who are good movers, because I'm pretty sure he's from this branch of the family tree, taking after my wonderful Van Kier, who is almost getting too old to stick around. That makes me so sad. Let's see. Oh, yes. Oh, we chased a bunny out, but we can't reach the bunnies. Phooey. All right. Well, we'll have him adventure till he's an adult. Then he'll come back and find some females from this side of the family to breed with. But all right, I think we've managed everything that we can gather for food so far. So let's go ahead and move to the next turn. Yes, and we've got a whole bunch of sick ones. Meme. All right, Meme. Somebody actually requested that we get up close and personal with Meme here, and we actually look her over. So there we go. This is what Meme looks like. She is all white. She's got beautiful green eyes. She's got those lovely green orbs on top of her fur. I actually think that is quite attractive on them. Oh, and I just realized that the males, the orbs face upwards, and the females, they face downwards. I had never noticed that. I had noticed the mane for male and female before, but I had never noticed that they'll actually change position if it's male or female. So that's interesting. All right, can I actually outrace that bunny? No, darn it. All right, so Lacto here, she can do a bit of exploring as well. We'll have her sort of figure out where some exploring paths will be. We'll collect up some food over here. All right, it's kind of morbid to have a dead one in the nest, but Rossi, I don't think you need to breed. We do need to think about breeding soon, but I think we're going to wait just a little bit. Oh, did you finally grow up? Oh, there's Bunny. Sweet. So we'll have him collect up some things, and he can come over here, and I think I'll have him breed with Ramirez here, because we'll have her do a little exploring. Ah, good. A little exploring to make like a path. I want to make a path all along the island on the outer edge, so we can get around to the rustling grass really quickly to see what it is. Kosimi here is a really good fighter. So I have my male who's going to be able to breed with my females who I want to move quickly. Now I need a male who can actually, I think Van Coot here. I don't think that he actually, where is my, oh no, Zeriko! Oh, goodbye, Zeriko. I'm so glad we had some fan art to remember her forever and ever. Vanu, wow, what a fighter he is. Look at this. Okay, so Vanu's a pretty good fighter. And where is my fangs? Actually, let's look for our venomous fang. And I can't get it. So we have, yeah, Ramius actually carries the poison fang trait, and so does Vanku here. And I think they can actually have babies. Sweet. So we'll see if we can get the poison fang ability. We're going to leave these two here because if we mutate the black eyes, then we can unlock whatever this is. So we'll leave that alone. So yeah, we'll have those two have some babies too. But for now, I'm going to move him over here and he can collect berries from this spot. All right. So yeah, now it's just kind of figuring out who our next breeding group is going to be. You can kind of move. You're really good. I guess 3. I want to usually save it if we have a creature that can travel like 4 spaces at a time. Kirtanu here, he's a pretty good fighter, so we'll have him breed with some of the females from this side of the family. Like Komi? Maybe. Komi's got decent stats. Nothing to really write home about, but she can move a little bit, so we'll leave him here till some of those girls are grown up. And Tantanu here, he's got big nose. So maybe Tantanu, because he's already got panda pattern and he's got big nose. He's directly related to her. Mim is about to die. Lako here has bad genetics. Oh boy. It's getting to the point again. Rosani has pretty bad genetics. It's getting to the point again where we can't really actually... Okay, we'll explore over here. Bunny. Sweet. Oh, more bunnies. Awesome. Yeah, we definitely need to have some quick movers for adventuring and collecting. But it's getting to the point where we just sort of have to start throwing whatever creatures we see as eligible breeders together. We can't really pre-plan it too terribly much. All right, there we go. Look at this. And now we've got an open path looping through here. That makes me happy. Vankier, go ahead and explore into the depths. I know he would probably want to pass away out in the wilderness exploring it. So we'll leave him there to do that. Okay, gathered up all of those. Scylla here, she could probably... I need a male that was from this side of the family. Van Duke, I think that you... Are you closely related? Yeah, you're too closely related. So yeah, I'm just going to have to be very careful. I don't think we actually had a male from Meme and all of the others. Or if we did... Let's see, Lako, Isiri... Wow, I really don't think we had a male from all of the others. That's kind of amazing, actually. So yeah, we're getting low on males again. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Kukdak, you're going to be needed for sure. And then Van Duke and Tatana. And yeah, unfortunately, they're pretty related to even these females. So Ramirez and Lako. Lako, we might actually... that's getting a little close. See what I mean? And a lot of people have actually been suggesting, and I think the developers are taking it into account, the idea of being able to compare all of the genetics really quickly, and then that way you can figure out how you want to line your animals up without having to rotate through again and again and again and make their little heads spin. So we'll get there. All right. For now, we're just going to focus kind of on having fun and cross our fingers that we won't make our animals really sick while we do so. All right, let's gather up those berries because he's a good berry picker too. Or she? Scylla, you're a girl. Sorry about that. Didn't know that. And Mies here, she doesn't have the best genetics. She could at least do a little bit of exploring. We'll send her down and she can do a teeny bit of exploring up along the edges. She's a young child, but I think she'll be able to pull it off. And there's so much going on in the swamp. We really need to focus on exploring the swamp. All right, can we get the bunny still? Sweet. Because there's always stuff happening over here. So we can go, oh, there's another berry bush. All right, we'll have to explore that so we can keep an eye on it. And then what about over here? Well, we can go ahead and eat and then explore and move, and we'll clear out the area around the tree so that we can go there pretty regularly. And then I don't think there's that many bunnies coming out. So with an abundance of food and no ability to gather berries though. Oh no, we lost this little one. There we go. We'll just have to do a little bit of exploring with her. She'll be a good explorer. All right. All right, so who next? I feel like we need to get some babies. Some babies popping up. So Vanu here is an infant, and he's a really good fighter. So here's Seri, and she's a pretty good fighter too. So let's see. Vankier, how are you doing? I'm going to lose him any second now. He doesn't have long for this world, so I'm going to go ahead and just let him do all the exploring he wants to his heart's content. Over here, a lone one. on the far edges of his territory. I think that's what he would want out of the last moments of his life. Kosimi is a girl. Sila is a girl. Yeah, Kudaku, you're actually getting more and more important. And you're related to those two down there really heavily. So we'll move him over here. And then we're going to actually have Ramirez move over here. Sweet. All right, good. Can move them. There we go. We've got a baby on the way. Wonderful. And this is Grandma Rossi. I think she's Grandma Rossi at least. Like just observing all of this calmly. And then somebody asked why I don't gather up from the cactuses. And I actually don't gather up from the cactuses because they do cause a lot of damage to your creatures. But apparently there should be an ability that you can mutate in the future that will make it so that you can more easily collect from cactuses, which would be very useful. So we'll look into that. And then Lacto, she can move really quickly, really far. And we'll have her do some exploring then. So we'll send her into the wilderness. And then Van Kunu, he doesn't have very good genetics, but at this stage that may not matter. We're carrying the F immunity gene so strongly in this family. It makes it a little bit tricky to get around. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna have to just start breeding him rapidly again because we are kind of just two, even after separating the two groups for a little while, it wasn't enough to separate them for just one generation. So Tantuk, you need to find, is there any female? We need Ramirez to have lots of babies with this D immunity. That's what we need because everybody else is F immunity. You know what would be really bad if the game actually made it so that when you are working with your creatures, there might be a random disease that comes in and all of the creatures with a certain type of immunity gene get that disease and it could wipe them out faster. So if you like say had a whole bunch of creatures with just the F immunity gene, what if there's a disease that just pops in and like wipes out everybody with the F immunity or makes it so that they die a lot faster? That would be very, very interesting and very, very akin to what the whole purpose of having a varied immunity set is in real life too. All right, so there's that. Not having any luck with the bunnies down here. Sila, you move 3, you move 3. I guess I could have her do a little exploring this direction. Might as well while we can do exploring. Oh, there's a bunny. All right. And then out of berries. So I should really send Kirtanu here, who's a little bit sickly. So I don't know if I want to breed him and he can't really move very quick. I'll move him up to this berry bush. All right, baby. There we go. All right. Do we have the poison fang? We don't, but we've got decent strength. Ismi. Dang it. And we are carrying poison fangs, but we don't have poison fangs. So we'll just have to wait on that. So you two stay here. We need to keep breeding her on the hopes that she can pass that D immunity gene. So F and G, and then this is another male F and G. Nope. There's no point in really studying it any further to see what the differences would be because I'm pretty sure they all more or less share, and let's make sure we're not missing any bunnies. They all are just very, very closely related that way. All right, can I get that bunny? I think that bunny is just going to zip away on us, so we'll just keep exploring over here for now. Another nest! Oh, that would be fantastic for helping to keep my genetics apart, even though at this point that's kind of a late stage in the game. No, Van Kier. Goodbye, Van Kier. And I'm really excited because I read through all of the Seri. Hello, my little old one. I don't think you should have babies with him. I'm pretty sure that's your son. I know we're getting desperate, but I don't think we're that desperate just yet. All right, we'll move up. And then I should probably have one of these two do a bit of exploring. Let's see. How about I have the not so sick one? Ha! Got it. Got that bunny. So you can it's kind of part luck in the hunt, being able to kind of predict where the bunny is going to go. And then Mies, we'll have you do some exploring over here too, my dear. So we've got our little baby, and then we have the grandma back here. There we go. And then Tentanu. So yeah, right now, I guess we're just going to have to start picking our favorites to breed. And I think my favorite to breed is actually going to... Dukta! You're a boy! You're a boy! Dukta, thank goodness! Get your rump back over here! I have got so many lovely females to line you up with, and he carries poison fangs as well. So we may have Ismi be able to breed with him, because Dukta also carries the D immunity gene, so I should have him be breeding with somebody. Oh, that's going to be so awesome. All right, get down here. Get down here. Any of my females with G immunity, I'm going to try breeding you with. And not F immunity. I need G immunity. Like a strong G. Do I have a double G? I do have a double G. Seri, Dukta. I guess I'm going to have you two meet up like through the swamp. You're going to like a romantic story for the swamp maybe. I guess we could try to make that work. Maybe it's faster. I don't think it's faster, but it might be interesting. We'll see if we can pair them up. Well, that's a little stroke of luck, actually. Can I get this bunny? Dang it. I really wanted to get that bunny. All right. And now the bunny taunts me by popping back up over here. I wonder if I can manage. What happens at the rock? Is the rock just there for decorative purposes? Ah, I really wanted that bunny. Ah, I wasted so much food. I really wanted that bunny. That's all I can excuse for myself. All right, so Vanu here, he can only attack, so he's only good at attack. So Seri, I'm going to scoot you over here, my dear. And then Tatanu. Yeah, all right, so I'm overthinking like where everybody should go a little bit. So we'll just go ahead and move on to the next stage. There we go. And Dukta needs to get his rump down here so that, or over to her, so that hopefully they can pass on some really great genetics. All right. Move, my friend, move. Make that path. The two of you are going to have to like, oh, I passed up a bunny, phooey. The two of them will have to meet and then we'll have to rush her down to the nest and hopefully they'll have a baby, maybe many babies because that's really important. All right, so Asimi, we're going to go ahead and scooch you up here. Oh, what? What? When did I run out of food? I'm so sorry. What a horrible thing to do to a baby. All right, we'll gather up this. These two are trying very hard to be on bunny duty. And I see a bunny. Can I get it? I got it. Yes. We got that bunny. Wonderful. So we need to pull back on exploring for just a second. Lako has big nose and G immunity and G. Yes. Okay. So Lako, guess what? You get to come over and share the bounty of having this guy as your mate, Dukta as your mate. So that's going to be interesting. All right, gather up the food. Oh my gosh. Food. Food. The swamp is so full of rabbits. It's fantastic. I definitely need to get some exploring paths set up in the swamp. All right, and then food there. All right, so this may work out actually. Let's have another baby with these two. And then Kukdak, while you're down here, is there any other female? I guess Miss could have your baby. I sort of feel like I need to keep mini babies being born. She does have decent movement. He has decent movement. I want to see the movement. We're not mutating black eyes yet either. All right, you know what? We're going to risk it. We're going to risk it. And then we're going to see if our little swamp lovers can meet. Hopefully we won't run into like some sort of carnivore. All right, let's gather up the food we've already got first. Oop, and then I guess she's going to have to... No. It'd be as much as I want to move them close together immediately. Dun dun dun! Yay! We have a pair of lovebirds in the swamp. And there's even a nest! Oh, that's so sweet. That's exactly what we needed. Wonderful. Maybe we'll start a whole new family branch over there. So let's gather up this food. I think we may start up a whole new family branch that just stays up in the swamp. All right, and who's this little one? Rotata. I'm pretty sure we've had that name before. Oh, and then thank you guys. I did, like I said, look up all of the special rewards that the Kickstarter goals unlocked. A family tree where you can change the names and you can look through all of the traits and the abilities of the creatures was on the list. And so was swimming and flying and using fish as food in the future. I am so excited. I love niche. It's so relaxing too. So I'm really glad you guys love it. And I will try to keep it as a daily series for as long. Yes, he's got the D immunity. And he was also carrying panda pattern. Oh yeah, anybody? Oh, so Seri. Anybody near a bunny? Not quite just yet. Did that bunny eat my berries? Gosh darn it, bunny. Can I get this bunny? Oh, that's not a bunny. Okay, Sila, how strong are you? Pretty strong. She's decently strong. Can her sister come help? I think her sister can come help. Yes, they took it down. Look at those girls go. So proud. All right, so let's go ahead and grab these two. And then I'm actually going to move Okay, we just had Rotata, and he carries the poison fangs, which a lot of people were really excited about and wanted to see more of. So I need to get this female into a nest. I'm just going to move her up to this one now. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that you were hungry. Oh gosh, I need to keep a better eye on my food stores. All right, you guys. Well, I'm pretty happy with this. We're figuring it out slowly but surely. How many berries? There's only like one berry there, so I won't move you there. And you can't even gather up berries, Rosani, so I would have been pretty irate if I had wasted that move. All right, so I'm pretty happy with this. And when we come back next time, we are going to have to see if we can get our little swamp family, little lovely swamp family set up. So I'm excited about that. All right, you guys, like I keep saying, really loving this. I'm glad you guys are loving it so much. And please make sure that you remember this is only the very tiny smidgen little early stages of the game, and there'll be so much more to explore as the weeks go by. And I'm really looking forward to enjoying that with you guys then too. So I'll see you later. Bye-bye.